Hello everyone. Welcome to Mindspeak on Herald Global. I am Saimik Sen. Joining us today, a renowned actress, model, TV host, columnist, and a wellness entrepreneur, Miss Pooja Bedi. So, first of all, thank you so much for taking out this time for us. Welcome to Herald Global.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, so let me begin by asking you, from being an actor to an entrepreneur, how has your transition been like?
Honestly, I have donned so many different hats in the journey of my life, starting with the fact that I always intended to be on Wall Street. That was my ultimate objective when I was in boarding school and I was studying and I was this class topper. And for me, the whole journey was about getting out there into the world of the movers and shakers, of the financial world. And it just so happened that I toppled into Bollywood quite by chance, not something that was my design. And it's actually a journey that I've never regretted in any manner because it's brought me to being where I am today as an entrepreneur. To give you a gist of things, in addition to, of course, being an actor, I've been a model, I've been a talk show host, I've been a reality TV star, I've been a columnist, I've been I've been a mother. That's an equally important role, playing the role of a good citizen, a great friend. These are all different roles that we play in our life, right? And each requires a lot of time and energy and effort and integrity, and to do it to its 100% if you believe in doing the job well. Now comes the entrepreneur aspect of things, where you kind of realize that whatever you want to do has to be taken the distance, and you'd like to make it bigger and impact more people. And you want for me, it was my journey in wellness, which I was doing with a company called with my brand Happy Soul, and taking it into workshops across the country and doing wonderful workshops on empowerment and transformation, Fiki Flow, Y Flow, EO, corporates like Tata, Citibank, and it's just been an amazing journey for me to do those workshops. But somehow you feel that the world is so fractured and there's this need to help people be the best versions of themselves, or just to simply be happy. There's so much pain and there's so much suffering, and there's people want to make their lives better. They just don't know how. And Happy Soul, basically, me as an entrepreneur, was born with the intention of the whole go-to-market strategy of scaling it and saying, how can I impact more people? So the entrepreneur in me was born as a result of everything that I've done in the past, the columns that I've used to help people, my interactions that I've helped people over the years, the talk shows which I've discussed all social issues and platforms, the legacy of family that I come with, that have been a family of go-getters, of people who help shape society, shape mind, shape ideologies, shape policies, and to take that journey forward. And it has been, to me, the most revelatory experience being an entrepreneur, because it's a completely different ball game in the how-to structure.
Of course.
It requires completely different skill sets.
True. Very true. Okay, so if I ask you, what do you personally feel about the legacy of Jo Jita Wahi Sikandar?
Well, let's just say that the movie has never been forgotten. My song Pehla Nasha, which people mainly remember because my red dress flew, is something that has been immortalized in many ways. Also, thanks to Marilyn Monroe, who was the original skirt blower icon. I think more than anything, that film, the fact that till today it's relatable, it's still being shown across various OTT platforms. The fact that the song is playing still on radio stations, at parties, at events, there are remixes made of it. I think in many ways, people have remembered me with so much love and affection and warmth for that role. And to me, it's that love, that recognition, that public support enables me as an entrepreneur today, because it's got the eyeballs to my project. And you don't need to go out there with extra advertising and marketing, because I'm a recognizable face still till today, 30 years post the film's release. And it's, and people still want to know what I'm doing and what I'm up to. And the film keeps me relevant to that audience, even in today's times.
So you have played a very interesting role in the movie Fir Teri Kahani Yaad Aayi. So how was the experience of working with Mr. Mahesh Bhatt?
It was a movie based on it was a movie that basically took a lot of excerpts from his life and his relationships, and working with different styles of director always is a learning growth curve, because you improve your skills as an actor. are constantly challenging yourself in different ways because you're learning new things on the job. Again, once again, very much like an entrepreneur, you're always improvising, you're always learning by the people that surround you, by the conditions that surround you. So yeah, I mean, every step is a really important one.
Okay. So what made you start Happy Soul Lifestyle in Go?
As I said, I look around and I see the world so filled with so much pain and anguish, and the concept of wellness is skewed. What we call healthcare is actually sick care. Because essentially, what we're doing is we're talking about caring for the sick, people who are already ill. Healthcare is actually more preventive sciences. Healthcare is when you have a disease and you work actively to getting off the disease. The medical system, in so many ways, say, for example, if you're diabetic and you get onto insulin, the system keeps you insulin dependent largely for the rest of your life. Whereas in actual healthcare, it's about getting off insulin and not being dependent anymore. Alternative sciences are so powerful and they're hugely untapped. They're not recognized largely by Western medicine, which makes Western medicine the go to experience if you're feeling unwell. But the whole concept of holistic wellness, which is mental wellness, emotional wellness, physical wellness, spiritual wellness, sexual wellness, financial wellness, environmental wellness, social wellness. All these forms of wellness are equally important to our well being. If any one aspect of our wellness is out of balance, the rest of us is out of balance. So when you look around at people who have a very narrow perspective of what wellness is, and a very narrow perspective of what they want for themselves, not realizing that in the bigger picture, so many things impact them and cause the suffering that they have today. For example, our thoughts equal our emotions, and our emotions equal the diseases that we manifest as a result of that emotion, especially if you follow Louise Hay and her principles and practices. And the whole process of we create our disease and we can uncreate our disease. And this is across mental, emotional, and physical level. So I think what to me was very important is to go out there and see a happy world. I want to see a happy planet. I want to bring happiness to people's lives. I've done that through cinema. I've done that through my columns. I've done that through my talk shows. I've aimed to improve the lives of people, even as a person, as the family that I'm born into. We've always gone out there to help people be the better version of themselves. Open your minds, open your hearts, open your wallets to people who are less privileged, and in every way let's better you as a human being, because the planet is all about the human beings that we interconnected with. So let's make people good people and happy people. And when I look around me, I see so much pain, suffering, and fracturedness, and I want to change that. And people want to, they don't know how. So Happy Soul was born as an endeavor to give people tools, skill sets, access to products, services, and all sorts of things that enable them to change their lives to be happy lives.
Please tell us about some of the top selling products of Happy Soul.
Well, products is just one line of ours. Happy Soul is like an umbrella. It's like an entire portal to wellness, so to speak. So you would land on my portal, which is the Happy Soul website. And essentially, you would look at products as one aspect of it. Now, we are not just about promoting Happy Soul products. Yes, we have our own product line, and we will develop a large product line in addition as well. But we represent people who have the best products in wellness. It could be hair care, skin care, food items, it could be home decor items. It could be purifiers, it could be anything we feel contributes to the health and wellness of an individual, the home, or the planet. All the items that are available on Happy Soul would be eco-friendly. There would be paraben-free, sulfate-free, organic, pesticide-free, all natural. So the candles, for example, a lot of us think, oh, we're having a wonderful experience by inhaling lavender essential oil candles. But if your candle is made of paraffin wax, you're doing yourself a great disservice by inhaling paraffin, which is a petroleum byproduct, rather than going in for a soya wax or a beeswax wax or a vegetable wax candle. So the little sense of awareness that people need to develop. Incense, to make it charcoal-free incense. So our whole endeavor at Happy Soul is to put products on that enable healthy lifestyles for people to go on and shop and just know, oh, if we're on the Happy Soul website, it'll be a fantastic product. They vetted it for us. In addition, we've got services. So if you want to access yoga teachers, or you want to do physical trainers, nutritionists, Reiki masters, tarot healers, neurolinguistic programmers, psychiatrists, you want to learn, you want to grow, you want to, experience they're all going to be on the website for you to contact directly and take your journey in that realm forward. We've got blogs, we've got articles, we've got recipes, wellness travel, which is featured in the different categories. You can choose adventure holidays, spa holidays, detox holidays. It's an amazing site that enables you to look into the big window to the world of wellness that's available in India. So it's the products is just a very small part of one vertical, literally, of the entire spectrum of what Happy Soul is intending to do. We've also started cafes, wellness cafes, which we intend to take across India. The model is amazing. The butterless butter chicken, vegan mutton, things that are just really interesting. So it's called the unmutton biryani, so it's actually vegan, and it just explores different concepts of food, diet, nutrition, from vegan, keto, paleo, pregnancy menus. We've got so many interesting things happening, and so many people who are so interested to collaborate and come on board in different ways, because it's encompassing everybody. So it's not, Happy Soul is not just its own products and services. Happy Soul is everybody's products and services who's reputed and who's credible in the world of healing and wellness sciences.
Sure. So during the pandemic, there was a complete shutdown for all the businesses, and most of the businesses suffered. So was there any kind of strategy from your side to to survive the entire time, basically?
Well, we didn't need to survive. We were thriving because we're health and wellness. So wellness suddenly is no longer a buzzword. Wellness is now a way of life. People want wellness in their lives, and people are more and more aware of how fragile lives can be. And people are more and more aware of the need to have strong immunity, to build their inner, their inner selves. Mentally, people realize what mental illness is all about during the lockdown. People realize what fractured relationships were like during the lockdown, because you were stuck in a home with people you couldn't get along with. You learn to develop skill sets, so you learn to say, I don't want this in my life, and you want to stand up for yourself. There are very important lessons learned by people during the lockdown. So the world of wellness in every way has accelerated and helped people in their journey of wellness more through the lockdown than ever before, because they were reaching out to all the professionals for help, and their access to that through the internet, through technology. So it's been a wonderful journey for us, and validating every step of the way that this is the right way forward. Wellness is a $6 trillion industry. It's got one of the highest growth rates apart from tech, and we're doing health tech. So wellness tech. So we are actually combining both those worlds, and it's huge potential, in the way forward.
Okay, how is life treating you in Goa, and why Goa? Why did you choose Goa to settle down?
I just felt this incredible connection with Goa when I went there decades ago. And about 10 years ago, about 10 years ago, I bought myself a property in Goa, and a beautiful home, because I wanted land and I wanted to grow things. I wanted my well, and I wanted my mango trees. I wanted my chiku trees. I wanted my papaya trees. I wanted my herb gardens. I wanted to grow. I wanted my pool, and I wanted my well, and I wanted all of that. And I got it. And I said, one day I'm going to come and live in Goa, and I'm going to make this my home, my base. And it so happened that I met my fiance, Manik, contractor in Goa. He's a boat builder. And he's been in Goa for 30 years. I've known him since my boarding school, since I was 12. And so it was just wonderful. And my children had grown up, and they'd gone off to universities, and were now making their lives for themselves. So I decided this is the right time to make that transition. And so when I started my companies, Magicians of Wellness and Merchants of Wellness. The brand is Happy Soul, but the companies are Magicians of Wellness India Private Limited and Merchants of Wellness Private Limited. So those companies are both Goa registered companies. I'm Goa registered startup, and I'm a Startup India as well. So in every way possible, I think the journey has been wonderful for me in Goa. I love the fact that I can go to the outdoors. In Bombay, I live right on the ocean front, and I have nothing but the ocean in front of me where I live right now. And I can't swim in the sea. It's filthy. Whereas in Goa, I can go and I can walk on the beach, and I can swim in the beaches. There's adventure, there's treks, there's museums, there's amazing bunch of people there, different communities that come together. There's dance, there's yoga, there's so much going on in Goa. And when people come and visit, it's a whole different experience, because when you meet them in a city space, in a city life, with city clothes and your city hat on, it's a whole different interaction than when they come to Goa ready to just be and let down their guard and be happy people. That's what they've come to Goa for. It's a whole different interaction with the same people that you meet and it's taken my relationships with people to another level.
Okay, so your daughter Alaya has been doing amazing work in the movies. So what kind of guidance you have provided to her?
I feel my job as a parent is to make them good human beings, good education, experiences, travel, to show them the world out there, to value systems in them. When I say value systems, morality is very subjective, but I'm talking about being a good human, where you help, you care, you share, you're respectful, you're kind, you're decent, you're honest. I think these are very, very important qualities. And I think these are the most important qualities we must focus on putting into our children today. And I think for me, that has been my greatest journey as a parent. What they do in their life professionally, that's their call. If they want to do something, I will empower them in the best way I know to help them. If you want to do classes, I'll put you into the best classes. You want to go to university, I'll put you to the best university. But the journey from there is theirs. The choices are theirs. The effort is theirs. The outcome is theirs. So my journey as a parent has always been to shape them as people, and that
Sure.
people power, I believe, takes you forward in life. I mean, for example, my father's always taught me to be punctual, to be honest, to be disciplined, to be hardworking, to not let people down who've invested their faith into me. So those qualities carry forward even into my workspace, and they work well for me. So
Okay.
so I think these are the contributions I have made into my kids' life, and I would like to give them credit for everything that they have achieved personally or professionally. That's their doing.
Okay. So you have made an OTT debut with Masaba Masaba. So how was the experience
Yeah.
like?
Well, it was fun coming back onto the screen after a long time, and the fact that it was number one on Netflix was great. The fact that people appreciated the performance, that was great. The fact that it was a lovable character and quite a Mad Hatter character, and it did poke a little fun at the world of wellness, but I enjoyed that too. And it's fun. Everything is fun, and everything keeps you relevant also at the end of the day.
Hmm.
So for me, I just do things that make me happy. If the role didn't make me happy, there've been so many roles that come for all these serials. You play these characters. I'm just like, I don't want to wake up in the morning and play that character for like so many days. I don't want to do that. That's just not. It doesn't resonate anymore. And the choices are so vast as to how I can spend my day, or I can spend my week, or my month, or my projection of where I'd like to be 10 years from now. And does this take me one step closer to where I'd like to be? No. Is it a fun time pass thing to do on the way? No, I don't want to do it. So I'm grateful to the fact that I'm enabled to make those choices. So that is a blessing. And when opportunities come my way that I resonate with, or I have a good chuckle with, I read the script and I'm like, that is just so funny. I'd love to do it. And it works. And it was just literally a day of my life. I just shot for one day and it was done. And it was just a wonderful experience.
Okay. So Jhalak Diklacha, Khatro Ke Khiladi, Big Boss. Which was the most challenging for you?
Oh, definitely Khatro Ke Khiladi. Oh my God. See, I love sports and I love adventure. And I've always been this because I went to a boarding school. That was a military boarding school, and we were taught never give in, and we were made really tough and all of that. I love my boarding school, Lawrence School Sanar. I thank it for who I am today. And the strength and the focus and the never give in motto that we all stand by. And I have to say, I mean, jumping off helicopters to hit targets, jumping from speedboat to speedboat, lying in a pit with snakes all over you, counting rats as you're pulling them off your body, being buried underground, flipping cars at high speed. These were just the most incredible experiences I would have never had in real life. And for me to be able to challenge myself and my courage and my boundaries and my fear factor, and to overcome this was huge for me. So for me, the beauty of reality shows is it's very human as an experience. There's no scripted line, there's no character that you're playing. It's just you out there doing your best to compete against others who are doing the same, and bringing whatever you have onto the table for the same. I'm trying to make it entertaining at the same time, because after all, you are entertainment. So yeah, so it's been a great journey. I've enjoyed it thoroughly.
Okay. So what are your expansion plans for Happy Soul?
Oh gosh. So right now, at the moment, I'm doing a course at the IIM in Bangalore. It's a Goldman Sachs course at the IIM, called the Goldman Sachs 10K cohort for women. It's an entrepreneur-based course. I applied last year, I got rejected. I applied this year, I got accepted. And I've done 2 modules already, and the 3rd module is coming up next month. They are training all of us, a batch of women, in leadership, in strategy, in financial accounting, managerial accounting, in macroeconomics. We study digital marketing. We structured law and contracts. We study business organization setup. We're creating a whole business growth plan, pitch decks for the same. And it's given me so much of clarity as to my business model and as to where and the staging process of everything. And today, if I have a cafe that is up and about, how to stage that journey and take it forward across India, the systems I need to put in place. So right now, I've deconstructed Happy Soul as a result of this course. I've literally deconstructed my entire organization and said, my systems don't work for a expansion plan. So I need to change the systems around if I need to expand and grow the way I would like it to grow. So this course has enabled me in every way to stage. So the cafes will come out, the wellness supermarkets will then roll out, the wellness programming, the wellness apps, the wellness website is anyway up. There's so much in the pipeline for Happy Soul. It's mind-boggling as to how much opportunity there is for a brand like Happy Soul, given the fact we're an umbrella brand, and we actually have no competition. I have a great project also, which is a disruptive project in the world of wellness, for which I'm actually looking to talk to Amazon about it, because it's another B2B2C model in wellness, which I think has incredible potential when I vetted it to people who are senior people in the world of technology and e-commerce. And I always have these ideas that I want to bring to fruition. It's just who I am, and I never want to stop learning. People look at me and say, Pooja, you're 53 and you're going back to school and college and learning these programs at IIM. And I'm just so happy to learn. I'm so happy to grow. I'm so happy to share. I'm so happy to go out there and make the world a happier place. And if anything can enable and empower me to learn more, to better my skill set, to better my game, I'm so grateful.
So with all these things, do you have any scope or any plan to again go back to acting, and you're looking at some kind of project for future?
Acting for me at this point would be a distraction from where I'm headed. So I can do it as a hobby. I can do it as something fun if it doesn't take much of my time, because at the end of the day, acting does get me the viewership and the eyeballs, and therefore the ability to talk about my projects, which I'm doing, that really, really, really matter to me, to larger and greater audiences. So everything is a trade-off, and everything is important. Everything is relevant. It just has to be something I'd enjoy doing.
Okay, so lastly, what would be your advice to the budding entrepreneurs from Go?
It's not easy. And yes, you will fail multiple times if need be, but get back on your feet and get going. And most importantly, don't be afraid to pivot. If your idea isn't working, don't be afraid to try a new idea. Don't hold on to a bad idea because you've done it and because you have to prove a point to somebody or even to yourself. You don't have to. Find a better idea and move on.
Okay. So thank you so much, Ms. Bedi. It was lovely talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.